Yeah, yeah.
We live?
Yeah, we're live. Oh wow. It's gonna be an avatar tournament.
That's
Created
Megamind.
human strength.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's get this started.
Well, we're
Hey
good.
guys, how's everybody doing? Through the Fingers Live.
It's
We're having some special guests on today. Sean Crowther, Josh Bellin. Hopefully we get both of them in here soon. And
Josh
we're
can be a
basically
few.
we're basically just doing an in-depth review of the Mac arm wrestling event. We've touched on it a few times, but I now have a list of matches and um, some rules. I don't have the official rule set or anything. I'm sure Ian will release that when it comes out. I don't want to be saying things before they come, so I'll just be kind of giving a little bit of touch on that, and then I think when Sean and Josh come in, we'll probably go a little more in depth on the matches and stuff.
Yeah. Josh said he'll be on here in a few minutes. And
All
then
good.
just
Don't
figuring
mind.
out.
I'm gonna be looking this way lots just because I have the rules down here beside
No worries.
me. Okay. So first off, pay-per-view card starts at 12 Eastern time. So that'll be um 10 o'clock for you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be arm wrestling probably. They looks like they want to have me going at around 10:30
That means
for
what,
this
second, third
time,
match, maybe?
12:30 their time.
You're right, our
Um,
match be second. We're gonna do third match or second?
I'll be second match. So it might go faster if he play. It looks like he wants to have about 4 matches per hour. So that gives them about 25 minutes. That's about 5 minutes around if they go all the way.
Or 15 minutes. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Um, I'll just name off the matches starting from the prelims. And then once I name them off, we'll kind of touch base on it. I don't know all the people. I'll learn who they are when I'm there, but I just got to learn more names. So the first, not on the pay-per-view, but to start off with the prelim, is Tim Clark versus Jim Gonzalez. Then we have Tyler St. Denis versus Rich Kastner. Then we have John Edwards versus Nick White. Peter Brana Jr. versus Ivan Marrero. I do know these guys. I'm excited for this one. These guys are some 198 up and comers. I could probably easily have a match with these guys as well. Um, David Nikabadze versus Paul Lynn Jr. Paul Lynn Jr.
I know why Sean's not coming in. I gotta resend him an invite for the third time.
You've been denying him access.
Well, he's got a weird thing in his email, like an
Oh,
underline or some fucking thing.
oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Um,
like, "Ugh."
and then to top off the prelims, we have John Brownell versus Evan Bagorian. Right arm.
That'll be a fun match.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Evan's been everywhere and in between. I feel like this guy just competes and shows up and has a good time. I'm excited to see.
Should put on.
Then then at 12 or noon, we have the pay-per-view fight card. First match is JJ Jackson versus Jeff Radford.
Should be good.
Then we have Dakota Shipton versus Matt Wilds, right-handed.
That's a match right there.
Yeah.
Then we have Sean Crowther versus Jason Constantine,
Hmm.
right-handed.
Good match.
Then we have Mike Gould versus Joe Uroz.
I don't know who that Joe got, but
Yeah. Then we have Jamie Staken versus Kevin Collar. And then Jeff Radford versus John Brownell, left-handed. Then we have Jason Constantini versus Sean Crowther, left-handed.
cool.
Brandon Alcesser versus Tyler Bolzan, left-handed. That's an exciting one. And then at 2 p.m., we're getting into the final 5 matches. So Heidi Cordner versus Jocelyn Brisson, which I know is a very highly anticipated women's match.
I know Heidi. I don't know the other lady.
She's from the States, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's been a long time coming match from what I've heard.
Okay, so she's earned her way up.
Yeah. Dave Morocco versus
Yeah.
Yannick Quies. Quies? I don't know. Then we have some bangers for the top 3. Josh Bellin versus Rick Heidenbrecht, right-handed,
That's gonna be
is the
great.
co-main event.
Crazy.
And then, so that's the co-main. But one before that I missed was John Terrian versus Tim Lewis, left-handed.
Oh wow. That'd
I'm
be
excited.
something.
I'm excited for this one because John's quite a bit smaller than Tim.
Yeah.
Not smaller, but like weight-wise. And Tim was the last person who arm wrestled Matt Wilds, who I'm arm wrestled. So I am interested in that one.
I think Therian's gonna win still. But
I think Therian's gonna win too.
But Tim's on a
Therian
tear
wins-
lately.
If Therian wins and I win, I'd like to have a match with Tim Lewis.
That's gonna be he's strong. You can't take him for granted.
Matt Wilds beat him right-handed though. The guy on pole.
Oh yeah? Okay, okay.
Beat him 3-1.
Hmm.
Tim's left
is short. He's short and like built, like stocky.
Yeah, Tim's
Don't go,
left is
don't go.
way better than his right.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
That's why this match is exciting, I feel. Right-handed, I don't think it'd be close. And then Alan Ford versus Brandon Alcessor is the main event.
That's gonna be a crazy match, man.
Yeah, Alan Ford and Brandon Alcessor is a long time coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Power, speed, and I guess technique. But I mean, they both
Alan
get
Ford might be one of my favorite arm wrestlers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's the big guy.
Hey, Josh.
How's it going, guys?
right
Good.
there.
How are you?
Oh, man.
Can you hear me?
I sent
Oh,
you
yes.
I sent the wrong email the first time. Yeah. I did a single L. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. And I kept sending it to Sean too, and it's like it was wrong. But right now he should be coming on. Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm just checking.
Luke said, this pod, pretty much the reason I'm going to try out arm wrestling. Appreciate you, boys. Well,
Yeah.
Luke, I'm really
Awesome.
glad that we've molded someone to get into the sport. I don't know about these other fellows here, but I know that I know, actually, I do know. I know they all appreciate someone saying something like that. So thanks for saying that in the chat, man.
Yeah, man. Good luck on your
Josh?
journey.
How you feeling?
Well, still at work, so
Yeah, fair enough.
You work late.
This camera does him no justice. He's like the biggest guy I've ever seen in my life, and he just looks like he's chilling on camera.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
longest
so-
arm I've ever felt.
Are you excited to pull Rick? Nervous? Just kind of is what it is. Or...
I'm excited. It's a match I've been wanting to have for quite a few years now. And been hearing about the other giant on the other side of the country. So
Yeah, and
Uh-huh.
I think it's an exciting one just because I feel like for you at least, like you kind of proved yourself at the national level here, and so it's now that step up that you need to kind of see where you're at. And
yeah,
I
for
feel
sure.
like if you prove yourself here, then the possibilities are endless, and you just keep going up, which is super exciting.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah,
I think it's time. It's time, buddy. It's time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at this.
Oh man,
I'm finally getting.
It might work. It's doing something.
it'll work. It'll just take.
I don't know if he's ever used Zoom, so let's see how it works out.
You can be chilling, watch him be in like some funny pose or something.
Bam. There. Oh, he's clean.
John, you shaved?
That is. Wow.
Baby face.
I have to. I'm at work.
What?
Oh, there you go. Oh, because he's got to wear maybe.
Where's Sean? Who is that guy?
Yeah.
Sean, I got more beard than you.
Dakota's trying to
Good
look
enough
older.
for everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
like I have the patchiest beard of all time. So
It'll get there. Maybe.
Luke said, not sure where to start. Live on a farm in southern Sask, but I built a loading pin, so gonna start doing arm wrestling exercises and try to find a club somewhere. Luke,
Rise or pronation.
sounds like you're on the right track, man. Biggest thing is get some weights you can work out with, and then find some like-minded people who want to arm wrestle. I know a lot of people in Saskatchewan, so if you want to even message me on Facebook or something, I'm sure I can hook you up with someone in Saskatchewan who would be willing to take you in for practice. You can always join the Saskatchewan Arm Wrestling Club too, and then you can find whatever you want from there as well.
Yeah. Or check me out on Rumble, actually. I got some blood flow exercises that I posted and
Oh, this is a plug.
yeah, check me out on Rumble because I'm gonna start posting training exercises and I got a couple blood flow videos and might help you out there, Luke.
All right. Okay. Well, anyways, off side note, we got the fellows here now. Let's get into the rules before we kind of talk about the matches that we're going to talk about. So, super match rules, best 3 out of 5, pretty basic. The one thing I noticed that's a little different than what we've been used to competing on lately is no load, no load, WAL style setup. Sorry, that was worded weird. Close your thumbs, close your hands, go. And basically no loading in the setup at all. Now, I feel like there's gonna be some loading in the setup. I just am curious to see how the different athletes react to that because I feel like in a no load setup, you can manipulate people into getting fouls a lot easier. Like depending on I think Dave Knox is the ref, so like we have a very solid ref. Um, and he knows better. But it's just I think it'll be interesting for the refs as well because as much as it's a new table for us, it's going to be a new league for them with rules that are kind of intertwining. And so I'm kind of curious to see how strict or how lenient it goes, and as the event goes on, what changes.
Well, what about this all slips or fouls? Didn't I
Yeah,
hear-
so I was going to get into that, but basically, it's a 3 foul system. But if you don't agree, if you agree on a setup outside of the straps and then you slip, it's an automatic foul for both competitors. Because how is it worded in here? I just have to find it. Oh, we don't want to be wasting air time, is what they said. So I believe that's like on air, on camera time. So you
Yeah,
get
if you're just gonna slip anyways, you might as well just start in the strap.
Yeah, so you get punished for it
Yeah.
anyways. I see a few scenarios where you might want to hold on to someone, depending, but like obviously most times it's gonna go there anyways.
You're trying to fatigue somebody, it takes that whole thing out of the equation, though, right? If you're
Yeah,
if you're
it's
an
still
endurance puller,
yeah, yeah, for sure. And then I mean, sometimes there's like I feel better being able to climb with my hand outside of the strap than I would in a strap, but we train enough in the strap that I'm not concerned about that. I could see there being some people who are maybe like, oh man, like I remember when Sean and I were in Dubai, like even the Whisper like hated the strap.
Hmm.
And I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
that really surprised me.
I
it's
love
a
the
little
strap.
interesting. Like he barely trained in the strap. I was like, you're pulling Odd and Lorat and you barely train in the strap.
I wish it was all straps. I suck at slipping, so if it was just straps, I'd be like, yes.
Brian, we gotta teach you how to slip, man.
I know.
Once you get the hang of it, it's easy.
It always hurts me so much.
Competitors will flip a coin to determine who selects the side of the table for first pull. So, I mean, heads or tails.
Standard.
Yeah. 45 seconds to rest after each pull. Nothing shall be worn on either arm or hand or wrist or elbow. So basically, you have to be pretty much bare from where the jersey starts down.
And it's best of 5, right?
Best 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to start without the buckle, obviously.
Can't be on any competitor exhibiting impairment due to alcohol or drugs may be disqualified from competition. Evan Gregorian is removed.
Mm.
No one will be impaired. I can guarantee no one will be
This
impaired.
is not armed gods for sure. There sounds like they're trying to do something with a video review. It says during any discrepancy, video review and or match stoppage for both competitors are to report to their corners and wait for the referee's call. So I think they're gonna have some sort of video replay, and if they want to attempt that or you want to test, I think you just go back to your corners and let them look at it. I'm kind of curious. I feel like that might be something that gets implemented more as time goes on in this league. Like I can't imagine a really solid video review being implemented yet, but maybe. Like I'm not 100% sure. Competitors must keep 1 foot in contact with the floor at all times.
The floor or the table?
That's what I was wondering.
Because I
Well,
mean,
it's a standard rule in normal arm wrestling. You have to have at least 1 foot touching the floor.
Oh,
I guess
well.
the table counts as the floor if you're flat on the like the bar side of the table. That counts as the
Yeah,
floor.
yeah. I just don't
Yeah.
like not knees hanging.
That makes sense.
Oh, and then this is another one that I highlighted. So the shoulders are like a clock system now. So if you're pulling with your right arm, your left hand's on the peg, that's considered 12 o'clock. Your right elbow is considered 6 o'clock. Your shoulder can be not squared, but it cannot go past the 11 o'clock.
Oh.
So that's interesting. The angle of the competing arm must result in the fingers pointing at their opponent. So I think to stop carves, I have to be pointing at you.
That's a good rule.
Or maybe pointing at you. No. My opponent.
Yeah.
Or can you get away with something like that? What's the point of that? Yeah.
My finger doesn't even bend that far. I'd have to do my thumb. Pinky. And then yeah, close your thumbs, close your hands, go. A lot of referee discretion on a lot of these I've noticed. Like with anything really, just because of WAL, I feel like they have to determine the palms and all that stuff. When you're closing your hand, if you cover your opponent's thumb knuckle, it's a foul. Close your hand. After the command, close your hands. Any movement before go, including false start, is a foul. So there's no warnings. Yes.
Is it 2 fouls or 3 foul system?
3 foul system.
Oh, okay.
Touching any part of their body, such as chin, shoulder, or head to the competing hands. So, yeah. Elbow losing contact with the top of the elbow pad and surpasses the 3/4 inch depression, allowing the elbow tip to be visible over the tabletop height during the match. So we'll come back to that later. I'll go over everything. You can get a poor sportsmanship foul in this league. Would be nice, I guess. Losing contact with the peg. Don?
Temporarily or
That's gonna haunt me forever.
Intentionally moving your opponents off center after close your hands. Example, back pressure or side pressure. So that's kind of back to the no load, I guess. Competitors cannot drop the competing shoulder below the level of the elbow pad when in a neutral or losing position. So in winning position, you can. Losing. I've heard that it's hard to do that on this table anyways, because of the elbow pad being sunken in. Your tricep would hit as you were kind of ducking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there'd be a ridge at the back of the elbow pad.
Yeah.
Tricep would be hitting that, and your elbow would be coming up.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot hidden on this table for the refs, like, because you
Yeah.
do the pads, they dip down like this.
Yeah.
So from the side, it has to be more than 1/8 of an inch for me to see the elbow jump
So-
anyway.
One thing I'm curious with that rule there about the elbow coming up with the tricep and the King's move, because did they get rid of the rule that if your elbow is above the pad in the circumference of the pad, but your forearm or tricep is still in contact? So like when you're going down to pin somebody and your tricep is still on, but your elbow's up, or the guys with those massive forearms are pinned sideways, their elbow comes up. That's not a foul. Did they get rid of that because it's a sunken in and that doesn't happen anymore?
I don't
See,
think
I
you
don't
can
know. Like
see
I
it.
haven't,
Yeah.
I haven't seen a
Because if
table.
they did that, then it would eliminate potentially the King's move with that table. Because as you go to drop down, it's going to hit that ridge, and your elbow will come up, and boom, it's out of that pocket, so it's a foul.
Yeah, I was asking Ian when he was on, and Ian was saying, yeah, if you try to do that and you're trying to do that, it's an elbow foul.
But he also
Okay,
said
so then, yeah.
it's only going to happen is if it can't even happen though unless your shoulder does go below the table though.
Exactly.
Like,
it's one of those
he
things
said,
where
yeah,
because it's a foul no matter what.
yeah. So like, yeah, it just if you sink below the table, it's gonna, yeah, you probably be a foul, right?
Oh,
But if you say above your shoulder, even or above, I don't think it can. I don't think it can happen.
this table's gonna make the press a lot more useful than the King's move.
The flop because you got the extra
Yes.
height on the pad.
Boo.
You got an extra 2 inches too,
I'm
right?
just kidding.
10 by 8, isn't it? 10 across.
It's not a
8.
King's mover.
Yeah.
I think it's square, 10 by 10.
10 by 10. Well, yeah. So you got
Huge.
you got that's huge. Like, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
arm wrestling on
Yeah. If
Antarctica.
you run out of room, then you quit arm wrestling.
Okay. So I'll
Yeah.
read this and then we'll kind of go back to Sean's question. But it says we have a running warning system. Example, when an elbow comes off the playing surface, elbow pad, and climbs up the 75-degree slope, the ref will warn the puller. Puller must immediately return to the playing surface. If the puller does this a second time, it will equate to a foul. However, if the puller hits the slope and self-corrects immediately, no warning will be issued. So for arm wrestling and my elbow hits the slope and comes off the pad, but it doesn't pass the elbow, like past the whole slope, like it's on the slope, and they see it, which I think is going to be really hard. I think a referee is going to have a really tough time looking for a pin, but also determining if my elbow is on the slope or on the pad.
You almost need an extra ref.
Because, like, if I'm looking for pin, I'm not high enough up to be able to look down enough to tell where the elbow is. So I think that's going to be interesting.
You're just gonna get less fouls. That's all. Because the ref can only call what he sees, and if you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
you're just gonna be more about arm. This is what he wants. So this is what Ian wants.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fair.
More about arm wrestling, right? So,
Yeah, more
It might
matches
work
ending in
perfect out.
pins.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. I am curious about the forearm thing though, because if my forearm's so big that when I'm pinning someone, that it pops off the pad, but my elbow is above the plane, but I'm still making contact with the pad. How does that work?
I think on a sideways, they'd probably allow it because your arm is tipping.
Mhm.
See, I'm not gonna have that problem because my forearm's not that big. So I should be okay.
I think because then you'd still be, your forearm would still be on the surface of the pad, where if you're going off the back, you're on the edge of the table, not the pad.
Yeah.
And you've earned all this to get there too. So it's not like you're trying to run or anything. You're going for the pin. So your intention is pin as well.
Yeah. By the sounds of it, you can float up. You can float up a little bit and like go right across, like, and it's okay.
Dakota knows about that little floating move, eh?
Well, that wasn't little. That was huge. I
Now
don't
you
think
know
that would.
about it, so you can
Yeah,
use
that
it.
one wouldn't even be good on Mac table.
His arm went 90.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. No,
Ref didn't
winner.
see it, though. Ref didn't see it.
Yeah, ref didn't see it.
I think setups are going to be interesting though, because if you can play that inch really well, or like that 3/4 of an inch where you can lift your elbow enough to get height, like it'll be, because like
What I need is
again,
more height.
there's only 2 referees, like there's only 2 of them. They got
Just
to
in
be
the
helping.
setup, just floating up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but
but I
that can
think
work
it's-
against you too.
I don't
You
think-
be kind of
what-
planted on that.
What size are the WL pads and mats that go all the way to the back of that WL table? Those big ones he brings out.
Oh,
Seven. 7x9.
Yeah, so I mean, still even a lot more playing ground than one of those.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna be
Well, it's-
interesting.
Lot. 10x10 is a lot.
I'm going for javelin first round.
Punching in.
There's pullers that are good at it. Like they can do it in ways that it's not javelin because they only call it when it's across the table this way, right?
Yeah.
So you can.
You can get to your side, then you can kind of shoot it. Get a
Mhm.
lot of arm connection over top of their arm.
Yeah, that Solomon guy in Saskatchewan, that's how he pulls. Like every time he hits, it's like that. Bam.
Yeah. And
So-
then the first match that we were kind of talking about was Evan Gregorian versus John Brownell is the prelim like main event.
I don't know the other guy.
But I don't know too much about the John Brownell guy. But I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see Evan on a different rule set. The thing is Ian's trying to have 4 matches per hour by the looks of how his card is set up.
Yeah, I think without all the slipping and restarts and all that stuff, it'll go a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well,
That's the goal.
if he's trying to do 4 matches an hour, then he's giving himself about 15 minutes per match.
And you said there's 26 matches?
Well, I thought there was in the prelims before noon, so they might start that early, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches. Then there's like block 1, I'm gonna call it, and that's from 12 to 1, and there's 4 matches. Then there's block 2, which is another 4 matches, which goes from 1 to 2. And then there's block 3, which is from 2 p.m. on, so till 3:30, I think is the time he gave himself. And there's 5 matches, so 8 and 5 is 30. So I only see 19.
Yeah,
so
19.
far,
19, yeah.
but
Still a lot. But
still a lot. Yeah,
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a good day.
gonna be, yeah, I'll be watching. I mean, we'll be watching and supporting you guys 100%.
100%. We'll have a freaking watch party or something.
yeah. And then
Well,
you
it's the
guys,
same day as provincials though, so you'll have
Yeah.
to.
I'll have it on my phone.
But we having a party.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't got to worry about pulling Josh at provincials.
I was gonna say there's gonna be a new
But-
heavyweight champ.
Hey Brian, on
What?
that note, I was training in Lethbridge and somebody's there might be pulling masters.
He will, and I'm ready for him. Yeah.
Oh, you think you're ready for Len?
Oh, Len's gonna pull Masters? I
Oh,
thought he
then
was
Byron.
Masters.
Well,
Well, you know what?
Byron.
I was thinking just Byron, yeah. But Len, he'd be good, like good practice for this Chuck Young guy. So, because I need to stop
I
the
think
hit.
stuff will
Right?
give you more than Len will at least. So
I
that's a
think
good.
I think Len would take Chuck Young.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But
He'd
it'd be
make him
good practice
Chuck
stopping a
Old.
hit.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
and I'm a
Len's
lot
quick for an
stronger.
old bastard.
Well, I'm getting there. She's pretty strong. Hands thickening up. I don't know. Train for something. We'll see. It's not for May though. It's for August. For Chuck the Destroyer.
Chuck the Destroyer.
Yeah, he looks strong. I will give him that. But I think I got something for him. So, we'll see.
All right, and then so you're pulling Jason Constantini right after me, hey Sean, right-handed.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that one?
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta smash him.
yeah,
Especially right-handed.
Oh,
yeah. Your left feels really good right now.
It is. It's feeling oddly good right now. It is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's
for
it's
the
feeling
right-hand-
kind of even a little better than it did Hinton there when I was able to beat Josh. The only time.
It- I was gonna say I'm excited to see you guys right-handed, but I am eager left-handed because of how good your left hand's feeling. I think you might shock a lot of people.
He'll need it because Jason's left is something. It's something.
Yep.
So
And
that's-
I've
so-
pulled Jason once in a tournament and it was left arm. and I got him.
Oh, you're crafty. You better be ready for all the
I
tricks.
remember that.
You know,
You almost had Mike Gould too. Remember that?
I did. Yeah,
Yeah, that was fun.
yeah.
Are
That
all
was
these
back
guys
when
gonna be
people
full
were still
tournament?
really underestimating me, though. So they kind of know who I am a little bit more now. They're going to be more prepared.
Oh, you're not gonna sneak it in.
You just
Yeah.
about stole his nickname, dude. Sean the Crusher Crowther.
That's not my nickname.
We're gonna let our guests nickname us. We're gonna do that one week here soon.
I love bugging Sean about that nickname. Can't stand it.
I don't want no gay nickname. Nothing weird. You know, happy. Happy. Gay means happy, guys. Come on, no happy nickname. Mean one. Yeah.
That was so random, Brian. Brian goes, I don't want no gay nickname.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, the happy kind, you know. Yeah.
Brian Happy Parliament.
Yeah. Well, what would they call me? Oh, they're just calling me Parliament. When Perry's goes, oh, Parliament's in session. I'm like, oh, I don't really want that though. Sounded cool.
So, Sean, are you at all like kind of like that Jason's had a super match on one of these tables before?
A little bit. I think he's got a bit of an advantage on it because he knows he's got a little bit of that possibly muscle memory. He knows where he can move his elbows. He knows like it's going to make a big difference. We're used to just doing this, but
He's
now we
competed
can
on that table
do.
already.
Yeah, he's had an official super, the only official super match on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he does have a bit of an advantage, but I think because the flop has a bit of an advantage, that might equal it out.
Yeah.
You got a lot of room.
Yeah. So I'm more excited than concerned.
Do you think defensive hook is going to be better or worse on this table?
I don't know exactly how the pads are offset. So like I know they're square to each other, but I don't know how like compared to what we normally have them, where it is relative.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna help a little bit because you're gonna have more room to sink into it.
I think so too. And I think that depending on the referees and watching for pins and stuff, you might be able to get that elbow to the point where it's on the pad, but it's wedged in a corner.
Yeah, maybe that way. Maybe that way.
And you'll be able to post more as well. You can post forward probably more inches.
Yeah.
Oh,
See, offensive.
That's why I mean you have more room to sink it in. You can bring way more forward.
You got a lot more room to go drive too in an offensive look as well, though.
Yeah, you've a lot more elbow to pull back on too when you're pulling back.
The table seems to be like almost like a happy middle ground between freedom. And traditional arm wrestling.
Yeah.
I think it's great for super matches.
Which I like both, so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. No.
I don't know about tournaments with it. I'm kind of on the fence on tournament style, but I think super match style, I think it's got a place for sure. I like it.
Yeah, tournament is going to be interesting too. Like the tournament rules are pretty much close your thumbs, close your hands, same idea, and then you can agree to a strap. I think was the one big thing that he was saying about that. And then 3 foul system, running warning. Oh yeah, so same idea pretty much. You can. Oh, the other thing I missed is they allow slight. It says slight bends in wrist.
Yeah, you did say that. Yeah. He said that on the podcast too, but he said only if both you, like if it's equal, if there's slight bends, but you're both, if one guy has like a substantially bend and the other guy doesn't, then it's not good. He said if you both like, you know, are kind of a little bit carved in, he doesn't care as long as it's even on both sides. He doesn't give a shit.
I just think with the WAL setup, it's going to be so fast that like I feel like how are they going to indicate who's bending more?
I'm not worried about thumb knuckles. I'm worried about thumb knuckles.
Oh, I'm covering a thumb knuckle every time.
You might as well.
The wrist. It might just not twist the wrist back perfectly straight. It might just be twisted. And when they feel it's getting good, they might just call the go type of thing too, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no load, so you have to.
But I think it's going to be like hands on top, close your thumbs, and then hands on wrist, close your hands, and then go. So like they're
That'd
probably
be
gonna
hard
just
to-
feel the
hard to-
wrist. I'm not sure how Dave not. I've
Well,
never seen Dave.
if it's like WAL, it's just wrists, isn't it? Doesn't he just hold their wrist, make sure it's center, and just say, "Close your thumbs, close your hands, go"?
Maybe.
Maybe they'll just watch, and when they feel you guys are evened out,
Well, yeah. And then I don't
'Cause
know, like,
it's all just. If watching WAL, it was always you see their thumbs and hands, they close it, go.
yeah. The other thing is like I don't see anything about a referee's grip. So like, because they have the standard set grip. So is
Well,
that
I don't think you need it because that's like
It is
that's what
basically a
WS that
referee's
grip.
grip.
yeah. Okay. So referee's grip is a set grip, pretty much. It's fair.
Josh's head's like the Shadow Man right now. Pretty cool. You're just a black shadow. I mean, you
Dark
look
now.
mean like that.
And Josh, what about your match? I know we
Yeah.
kind of touched base on it a little bit, but is there anything that, like, when it comes to the table or whatnot, that you're kind of like curious about, or is it to you it's just another match?
It would have been nice to have had a chance to try one out before we're jumping into a super match on a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you get some time. You get some time pre-hand.
But
to
It
feel
is what it is. I mean, I've
I'm
arm wrestled on bar
hoping-
tables and arm wrestling tables and trash cans.
everything.
Yeah.
Just another experience.
Yeah. No, it's fair.
I-
Sweet that
I
it's a
gotta-
pay-per-view too. Like, that's cool. Be my first pay-per-view. I believe Sean was saying it was his as well. Was that for you as well, Josh?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, I got a question
Famous.
for Josh.
Uh-huh.
So you're gonna go in there, you're gonna spank this guy, right? What do you see in the next year? What are your goals in the next year or two? Like, do you plan on maybe coming to East versus West this year coming up and going to Florida next year?
I'd be open to make the qualifiers and see how I do.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to hit nationals in Quebec this year.
Right
And a
on.
few more things I'd like to try there.
Yeah.
And I got another match down in Edmonton in October with Brandon Allen.
Yep. Yep. Where is it? I thought it was Drayton Valley, wasn't it?
It's in Edmonton at the
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Shell Shock event. I'm pretty sure it's
That's
the
where
old
it is.
event.
He's doing it in Edmonton. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. That's Josh Dubois' event, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Right on. Right on. Well,
That's
a
an
good
exciting
for you.
match too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it will highlight there'll be a lot of spotlight on you. And I personally think that that's your match, but it definitely put good eyes on you. And I think that's what you need right now. I think you're at a very high level. I think you just got to get to these pay-per-views and things that are going to expose you because we had a few guys go down to the qualifier last week. Did you see that? Like,
Yeah, I did seen a little bit of it.
yeah, we didn't have that many people representing Canada. Most of them were from Alberta, and I mean we did really, really well.
we had
Yeah.
some killers go. We had some real killers go.
Yeah, yeah. So it's kind of nice that seeing you guys get the opportunities now, and hopefully your fame can shine light on the rest of us, right? So, they're kind of understanding what Alberta's about, but they don't really know yet.
We'll show them.
We'll show them.
We'll show
Fuck yeah.
them.
Are you guys planning on pulling the tournament as well?
All right.
I'm
See
not
how
too
it
sure.
feels.
Yeah.
My arm's still attached, probably.
I kind of want to. I
have a
think
feeling
Milo
we
the
will.
Rat's gonna be in the class.
If you can pull Milo,
Milo. I think Milo's the one you should be pulling right now before he levels up too much. Yeah.
He should worry about me leveling up too much, Brian.
he should be one.
Yeah, that's the attitude to have, man. For sure. For sure.
But yeah, no, I think the classes will be fun too. It'll be a good time. I think my dad's gonna pull the tournament too. So
Nice. Nice.
yeah, he wants to try the Mac table because he loves no load. He really used to do well in the WAL, and then all that pad for him to just kind of drive and keep driving, I think kind of excites him. So
Yeah, I think that whole situation is built for Roger.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely helps him out for sure. So
Now, this not meaning to go off topic. Sean, you're going to Orlando, what, the 10th of August?
I can't remember what the date is.
Oh, okay.
East
I think it's the
versus
10th.
West
It's the 10th.
14, you mean?
Yeah, it's the 10th. Yeah,
Yeah.
August.
It is the 10th?
Yeah. So that means there's
Yeah.
a chance you'll be back and you'll come with us to Montana.
Hey, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Possibly. Well, if there's gonna be a tournament, I heard possibly
Always there.
at that
in
East versus
Orlando.
West.
Engen's having
Yeah.
one the day before, yeah.
Yeah. Then, yeah, you'd probably be pretty spent.
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true.
Are you coming to the Challenger Series, Sean?
Yep.
Did you book that yet?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
So you know what? You get a better deal waiting till last minute anyway. I always get cheaper.
Sometimes.
Depends. Not Dubai,
Oh no, but
but it all
the
depends.
States or Canada usually.
It depends. Yeah.
Because they
Yeah.
want to fill last minute seats. They always do the seat sales.
Yeah.
That's how
No,
you
I'm
do
But
it.
excited
on
for the
those busy
challenge.
international trips, there is no last minute seats really.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but to the States
It's-
you do
You're
get
paying a
some.
premium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. You're going to Dubai or wherever, yeah. Most definitely. Oh, well, and who else? So it's just you three going, right?
Come over
Yeah.
there.
Oh man, I wish I would have took the match. I'm still broken though. I should have took that Ray Delmore or whatever. I should have took it. I'm regretting it. But the thing is, I wouldn't have been 100%. So, but it would have been good.
He had asked me about pulling him left, and I said, "Yeah, I'll pull him left."
Oh, you're
My
pulling
left
left?
Friggin' coin toss.
No.
I don't think it ever come about. It was just
Oh,
conversation. But
he's a strong dude, apparently. Yeah, strong dude.
my left is good when it shows up.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just doesn't.
Yeah. Well,
Tell
I
me
don't know how
about
to
it.
pull left. Yeah. I only had one match left and I got whooped. So, yeah. Oh, wow. And then, what was, so we might as well bring it up. I mean, it's a podcast. We can talk about whatever we want, right? So,
Now I'm scared.
what's going on with Curtis?
Oh,
Oh fuck.
Well, you'd know. I only bring it up because you would know, Dakota, because you were at the event.
yeah. How do I want to say this? Curtis, basically what happened is Curtis got in. Well, and when I say Curtis got into an altercation, like I personally don't think that Curtis started anything. Curtis was probably by a table he shouldn't have been when he was cheering for me. And
That's all he was doing.
basically it caused it caused like an uproar at that certain table. And then basically tempers got high and words were being said back and forth, but I think that Curtis was in the right. I think Curtis was just cheering. And I believe there were some people at the table who were unhappy with the outcome of the match. Now, mind you, like the match was Fraser and I in the finals. The match ended on fouls. I got to agree. I'm not a big fan of when matches end on fouls either. I felt really good in the setup. I wanted the ref to say go. Like I didn't go into that match trying to win on fouls, but I mean it is what it is. But Curtis was just happy for me and he was cheering. And then yeah, basically some words were said. But I would say that the punishment that Curtis got, like Curtis got banned for 6 months initially,
That's crazy.
from all CAWF sanctioned events.
Yeah,
Now, mind you, this event I don't even believe was a sanctioned event.
no, I don't think.
And I feel like if it's not at a sanctioned event, you shouldn't be able to ban someone from sanctioned events because of it. That'd be like if I had a super match with Sean in my backyard and then we started arguing and then I filed a complaint and then Sean got banned for 6 months. When you think about it though, that's literally the equivalent of what it could be when you're talking sanctioned versus non-sanctioned events.
Well, not only that, there was two parties involved. You know what? Another thing is too, there's two parties involved in that situation. Curtis is a shit disturber, I will tell you that.
Yes.
But you know what? In this situation, just cheering for somebody and then someone not liking the person cheering for somebody, and then made a big stink about it. And it sounds like Curtis wasn't actually the aggressor here. It sounded like it was
Well,
someone else.
and like I mean, both parties were saying words, but like Curtis challenged the one dude to an arm wrestling match, and he instead of being aggressive
Instead of
or whatever,
fighting, yeah.
and it just led to like him being more mad, and like I feel like it just doesn't make sense to me. And then Curtis left, like, um, like pretty much after it got more heated, like he just left. He was walking out the same time that we were. And then I also think that there's maybe more to that than just what happened on that day.
Must have been.
Like I'm pretty sure there's some not maybe not beef, but like some things from the past that maybe caused why those complaints went in. The other thing that I feel like you can't use a certain incident as an excuse to bring up like your
The past.
dislikes for someone, right?
Yeah.
Like that'd be like if I didn't like Brian and then I saw like something minuscule happen and I went out of my way to keep bringing that up in hopes that Brian would get punished for it. And like I understand that like you said, Mocan sometimes says things on social media and stuff that not everybody enjoys or like, but
Hmm.
when you talk to him personally,
Pretty nice face to face from what I've seen.
he's nice face to face.
Yeah.
And you can tell what he's saying in person is like a joke. Like it's a joke, right? And so like he does stir the pot, but I don't know. I just think a 3 month ban, especially this happened like 4 days before provincials in Manitoba.
You're actually banned
Oh,
over
But it was
provincials?
it was supposed to be a native only tournament too. I don't think it was even a CAWF tournament.
No, that's what it was. I don't think it was Manitoba sanctioned at all, and things like that. And like
It was private from what I heard.
yeah, I believe. I don't know, but anyways, yeah, this it happened. Like nothing happened from it until like a week before provincials. He was
Yeah.
told that he was banned for 6 months
Yeah. So now he can't pull up provincials. Yeah.
or
Like,
nationals.
yeah, but like who does that to somebody? Like, I don't know. I think
And
it's
then the thing is too is like after that he
I know why
like
it happened.
I'm hearing Curtis's side of the story on this, and obviously I don't know the other side. But Curtis was saying there was 3 complaints made against him, and he got 12 people who were at the event to speak on his behalf on their thoughts of what had happened. And so to me also, when you can get 4 rebuttals for every complaint put against you, that's a very high percentage in a sense of maybe we need to relook at this in that
I know what
aspect.
you know what happened is that he was cheering for the wrong guy. Fraser people were offended, okay? And Fraser's buddies with Espy and other people, and they don't like Curtis, and there's some bias, and now they banned him for fucking 3 months. Like, why doesn't just people tell the fucking truth? That's obviously what happened. Like, this is what I'm talking about, this bias shit in arm wrestling. It pisses me off. It's like, I'm done with it. Like, Curtis is a troll on social media. He drives me nuts. But I mean, that to ban them, but now he can't go to provincials or nationals. What, because he was cheering for someone other than Fraser? Like, eat a dick. I don't know. Something's got to change. Something's got to change. Like the petty politics in our arm wrestling is just disgusting.
Beerman Begorian and his
Sorry.
bad company commented and said, Mac is awesome. Well,
Nice.
Beerman, we're excited to see you there, man. It's going to be a good time. We'll definitely have some beers after. I'm in. Count me in. Sylvester's Talone said, like the stream. Yeah, thanks, Sylvester. And then Christian D said, snap after Brian said eat a dick.
Yeah, well, I get mad, right? I listen to the politically correct talk, and I'm like, you know what? Shut the fuck up, man.
That's why it's a
This is
podcast,
obviously
man.
what's going on here, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
But-
that shit's gonna stop. You know what? I'm gonna start calling out motherfuckers for this shit, and they're gonna look so stupid and gay that they're gonna just stop all this shit. You know what I mean? Because there's no room for it. Like that's been all the bullshit. Like I hold a tournament, and then all this crap, fucking, like, come on. Like this started like a year ago, and it's still persisting. It's the same shit. It's always the same people every time.
Yeah. Just cutting you off quick, Brian. Well, have a good stream, Evan. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. We're trying to go live every Tuesday, so come back any chance you get.
Oh yeah, we'll send people over to you at the end of it. No problem.
Oh, Evan, we could go on about this drama all day, but we're just kind of covering a buddy of ours who got banned from provincials and whatnot. But
He knows Mocan.
and yeah, Chris Mocan.
Yeah.
No,
But
no,
I mean-
Burgoyne knows Bo Mocan.
Oh,
Oh,
Gorgeous.
yeah. But yeah, and then like Brian was saying earlier, when there's two parties involved and there's something now, other than the emails of people that were there who were stating their sides, no representative from Canadian Arm Wrestling Federation at all was there. Like I think the only person that possibly could have been was the one referee. Her name's Jose or something.
Josie.
I believe she has something to do with it. But other than that, that is completely it. And I don't think that there's enough ground there to only ban one side.
Well,
So
hopefully he gets it reversed and gets the pull,
The thing is that sucks now is like even if he gets it reversed, he still has to pay a buy to go to nationals, which he should have never had to pay. So I hope that if he does get a reverse by nationals, that they honor that they were wrong and that they let him go to nationals without a buy.
Well, see,
Because
that's the thing. They would just be screwing him and still, even, you know what I mean? So,
Well, that's the thing. Now it's to the point where either way they're winning because either they're getting money out of him that he wasn't going to have to pay, and they stripped him of a possible provincial medal. I got nothing against Manitoba arm wrestling at all. I've competed at Manitoba arm wrestling twice. I've competed Saskatchewan arm wrestling twice. Both are great. But I saw that the amount of people they had at provincials, and it did not seem like the greatest turnout I've ever seen. A lot of the classes had 3 to 4 competitors. And like I think that Mocan had a really good chance at possibly getting a provincial title.
Oh yeah, he's been
Yeah.
looking strong. He's been
Yeah.
looking strong with him.
I mean, there's a few people there that I'm sure he would have had good matches with, but he had just as good a chance as anyone. And to take that away from someone, I don't think is fair either.
no,
Right?
And it makes sense to ban somebody for something that happened not even on the table, but just at an event.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure. Like I'm sure there's been crazier that's happened at an event and nothing has happened.
Oh,
Not like
If it was
he
on a
touched
table,
anybody, no,
It's-
he didn't touch anybody or anything like that.
like I said, it has to do with who it was over. That's it. I mean,
Yeah.
it is. We know that's the truth. I mean, unfortunately, so it's sad though, very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah. Well, you know what? I'm going to provincials. I think now. Now that Josh is going. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I didn't know if I'd be healed enough, but I think I need some table time. I need some ready goes, but I don't think I'll be pulling much after provincials.
Well, what do you have we heard? Is there anything about when provincial starts or anything?
What,
Like
what time?
Like time. Sorry, time.
Probably around 12 usually.
Okay. Because Sean and I are gonna be pulling around 11 a.m. Mountain time. So I feel like that's something you guys could definitely have
Oh, we
on
could watch it before it even starts.
before it even starts. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure Josh will be up, and I bet you youth won't even be done yet, knowing how these tournaments go sometimes.
what time block was Josh in?
Josh is the co-main event of the whole match.
Yes. What time are they figuring that was going to start though? Like for that block?
2:45, I
The
think.
block starts at 2, and there'll be 3 matches before Josh.
Before
Heidi versus
Now that's
Heidi
2
Gordon-
p.m. Eastern, so that would be
Eastern, so noon.
It's noon here. It starts that block.
Noon
Yeah, yeah.
here, the last block starts.
Yeah, it's 2 hours ahead there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then John Tarian's pulling Tim Lewis, and then Josh will be up, and that'll be the 13th match of the pay-per-view card, subject to nothing changing.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
I got a
Yeah.
question. What's Joe weighing at right now, Josh?
I think he's a 210-ish, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know if he was that heavy or not. I'm just
He was almost going to come.
Yeah, I almost had him talked into it. He
Oh,
was humming and hawing about it for a while, and
he's back in training now, though.
So
right?
is he going to go to provincials then now, Josh?
I believe he's going to provincials.
Nice.
Joe, you're lucky I'm not there, punk.
Well,
Oh,
you know what? There's still if you guys down, I know it'd be way too far of a drive for you guys, but if there is like 5 matches open for that Montana thing, we're doing a
We're not driving from Rochester to Montana.
No, I'm
Brian.
talking about
No, no, okay.
Grand Prairie, guys. There's 5 matches still though, and we're doing like Canada, Alberta versus Montana, August 13th. So
Yeah.
there's still some matches. I don't know what weight class. Like, you have lighter guys in your club at all? Jesse
Jesse Harrow.
Harrow, that might be somebody. I wonder if what's he weigh?
I think he's a
75
198
pounds
now.
when he cuts.
Can you go down to 175?
He
Oh.
used to. I don't think he wants to do it
He
anymore.
doesn't want to do that
Oh,
anymore.
He
there's
just
a
cut to
Jake-
120. Have you seen
There's
that
a
guy's
Jake
cutting method?
Houston match. Jake Houston's like one of near the top in North America, and we need a
How
match.
about
For
we tell Jake Houston to eat a burger?
We
Maybe
just
a
tell him
double
180. We'll just tell him 180. Yeah, maybe Jesse can get to 180.
Well, yeah. Why we all got to lose weight? Why can't these guys gain?
That'd be a good
They're on my
match.
level.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever. I'm trying to match make, man. Fuck. It's all good.
Brian, Evan said he'd have us on his podcast to talk about this if you want.
Yeah, I don't want to get. Yeah, we could. I don't have a lot though, and I don't have a lot of beer to drink with.
I don't have any
Quite a
beer.
few.
But I'd love to listen to you go off on that podcast.
I don't want to wreck his show.
You can't wreck it. Have you watched it?
Yeah,
You
I've
ever
watched
seen-
it.
Yeah, record show.
We had Nanya on saying some shit.
Yeah, I know, but we're just
Yeah,
lucky. Yeah, we got
Our
lucky.
account's still up after Nunyon. So
Yeah, we got lucky.
Whatever the hell we want at this
You guys are lucky that you got that one through the books like before you guys explode.
early.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
we're gonna
if you
delete
guys get
that one
popular and
down
then that happens, there's gonna be too many eyes
That
on
was
it.
the end of that.
I,
That was a rough ending.
I told these guys, I said as soon as we start getting like we're already actually getting consistent. Like we got 13 people watching, which I know doesn't sound like
Hey,
a lot, but like
Hey, it's not
that's-
bad.
I'm happy
That's
with
how
that.
it starts.
I'm
That's
happy
how it
with
starts,
that number.
man.
Once
get
we
lots of
start
app
getting
reviews. Yeah.
once we start getting 20 plus, we're deleting that podcast.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
That's our-
It's gone.
Yeah.
You'll see clips of it about it.
Yeah. Actually, on that note, I can't believe that Paul lost. I
Yeah.
drank.
I know.
the Kool-Aid. I drank the Kool-Aid. I thought he was gonna win that.
Yeah, I did. You know what? I was rooting for Paul, but I kind of knew he was going to win.
Sean, you remember what I said in the truck on the way home? What I called Paul?
The small Italian.
Yeah.
Did he use a riser? He should have used a riser.
Probably should have actually.
You know, he
That'd be-
should have. He would have made up some. Yeah, he would have been higher and been able to stop. Yeah, like I think he should have used a riser. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna use a riser at Mac.
No.
I don't think they made
I
risers.
don't think you can use a riser if you're 2-3 inches taller than the opponent.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna have
And there is usually a rule about the riser. If your waist is up to the table, then you're not allowed to use one.
Yeah. Zane Lewis said last year's 70 kg Alberta champ is from Grand Prairie.
Who's that?
Oh, 70 kg in pounds.
I
Just
don't
suck
do
at
the
metric.
kg shit.
That's like
Maybe
100, 154.
50? Yeah.
154.
What was
But
that?
Brian Marginet.
Oh
Maybe.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not light.
I think he's a little
Yeah,
heavier
so-
now. This
I don't know. I don't know. They got a lot of light guys in Montana though. I keep trying to find matches. Like they're all like 150 something. And it's like shit. Like, we only have
Because
a
in,
few.
like,
We don't have many.
2-on-1.
in Alberta, we got big boys.
We got a lot of big boys. Yeah.
We got big boys. Like
Hey.
you go to most provinces and stuff, they don't have as many big boys as they do.
Yeah, I
Evan Gregorian just messaged me on Facebook.
Well, you got the info for him. It'd be good. You know what I'll do? I'll just get mad and it'll be bad because I'll just yeah. I don't want to even get into it. I probably said too much on our show. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so that's why you should go on there and say it, because it's who cares? It's on their show.
Yeah,
No,
the
but
thing
Evan gets views, man.
yeah, but you know, oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Evan gets views. Well, I'm sure like everyone who's involved is gonna see this podcast anyways. Word's gonna get around.
Yeah,
But
I just don't want to lie or pussyfoot around things. I just want to just say the truth. That's all.
better see it as you say it, or say it as you see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Evan definitely has a platform where you could go crazy, Brian. It'd be fun to see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
But here's the thing too. You hop on Evan's pod and he's instantly peer pressuring you into saying things.
Yeah, probably.
Like
Yeah.
like he's like, come on. And you're like, okay.
Yeah. That's just a thing though, right? I don't like the drama. You know, it's just
Yeah.
people
might
that
have
are
to
the
jump on
drama, the
them.
drama queens. I just have a hard time with. You know.
He sent me a link. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Oh, go on. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you were there. Yeah, you know me. I'm just going to be opinionated.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
I don't have the facts. I'm just going off what I've heard. So yeah. But Mac arm wrestling, it's going to be awesome. Like I said, I wish I would have went with you boys because I'm kind of regretting it. But I know you guys, you're going to represent and you're going to kick some ass. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
and we'll
Final-
be watching.
Fremstream.com. Get your fucking pay-per-view.
Yes.
Code Alberta.
And I'll be posting. Actually, I'll be posting
Promo
that.
code Alberta.
Yeah. I'll post it too, guys. I haven't yet. I will.
Before we go, final predictions. Sean, right hand match, final score.
Right-handed?
Yeah.
I'll say 3-1, Sean.
Say 3-0, Sean.
I'd say 3-1 for Sean.
I'll also say 3-1. I think Sean needs a round to figure the table out.
I just think he'll take one and he'll fire him up and then he'll just fucking give her.
Sean, what's your prediction?
3-0.
Okay, I like it. All right. We'll do Sean's left hand match as well.
Burner. Close one with Sean winning.
So 3-2.
Yep.
Yeah, I got 3-2 as well.
I'll say 3-0 on his left.
I'm saying 3-0 left too, actually. I think the left is gonna go crazy.
I hope so. I'm rooting for Sean. I want him to win 3-0. I just think that it's going to be closer on the left than the right.
Gonna be
All
good.
right. Josh Bellin versus Rick Heidenbrick.
I say 3-1, Josh.
I see 3-0, Josh.
I see it 3-0, but I don't know. I'd rather just be safe and say 3-1.
I'm confident 3-0.
I'm pretty confident too, actually.
John?
Yeah. It's either going to be 3-0 or Josh is going to be a little nervous first round and he needs to get fired up. So it might be 3-1.
That's what I'm thinking. Exactly what he said.
That's always a
Worded it better. He just worded it better. Yeah.
So like
Nothing,
even
Rick.
look at my last
No,
match
yeah.
with Josh. Even look at my last match with Josh.
Yeah.
First round, I got a little something on him. And then
Yes.
he got mad
Yes.
and I couldn't do anything.
No. No, that's exactly what happened that match. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Let's go,
Yeah,
time.
no, I'll be there getting you, try to get you mad before your match.
Oh yeah, we'll all be in each other's corners. That's why I'm excited. All three of us are going. It's nice to have a good support system for everybody there or whatnot, right? So
Intelligent.
I'm getting a Rick Heidelberg mask ordered, and I'm just gonna fucking pull your beard.
Well,
all right, last match that we have, me versus Matt Wilds. You guys can go.
I'm just gonna keep it 3-1. I'll go 3-1 Dakota. Because I think the first round you're gonna be surprised by his strength, and then you're gonna do the right thing and take him after that. So that's my prediction.
I don't think I've ever seen the guy pull, so I'm going with Dakota. Probably 3-1. I like Brian's statement there.
I'm thinking it's gonna be a bit more of a war, and it's gonna be 3-2 for Dakota.
Okay.
Maybe 3-1.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 3-0. I think Dakota's going to be way too much in certain areas, and Matt's going to burn himself out too early. And that by the end of it, it's just going to be severely avalanched.
Right on.
What makes you think 3-2, Sean? From what you've seen, like I'm curious.
Just because he has a couple sticky spots, and if he can get into them, it might trouble you. You might have to work your way through it a little bit, and you might gas a little bit before him. But then I think it's going to reverse. You're going to find the efficient lane, and then he's going to start gassing before you, and you're just going to.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I know you guys are excited too. Yeah, it's 7:30, so we did an hour and 15-ish. Sean, Josh, thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah,
I probably won't see you guys until the tournament or like when we get to Rochester, but I'm excited to see you guys, and we'll get that all figured out. And then everyone who's watching, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. We had consistently 14 to 15 people the whole time, which is super exciting. So yeah. All right. Thanks again, guys. And then take care. I'm out of here. I'm heading to the gym.
Yeah, good seeing you guys. Thanks for coming.
All right. Take care, guys.
Have a good
Good
night.
luck, everyone.